Hey, what's up traders? Dave FX Hunter with weekly Forex forecast for the 22nd January 2022. So let's start with the S&P 500, which is quite significantly dropping right now, and we can see that daily has broken its trend, but we still have some zones in here, right? On the 4 hours we have already established downtrend, and on the weekly we already can see that the momentum is losing its power, but still here is some zones, right? I don't want to say that's gonna be some huge crash already, but still on the monthly we have this trend line which is showing us what should be the healthy trend, right? And if you look at this, we have this 2 years growth without any proper pullback. I mean, in this 2 years there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, there was just 4 bearish candles, right? I mean, that's incredible. And after such a growth, there most likely will be some bigger pullbacks. So in this situation, I would say that it's very difficult to predict anything, and I'm not even trying it. But I would definitely stay off the market until we can see that some bottom was established somewhere on these stronger zones, and some trend lines on the lower time frames start to breaking up, right? So currently S&P 500, hard to say what's gonna happen. We can see that here in the past, on the December, the market makers were extremely bullish here, then they make this fake breakout, and since then the price is dropping, right? Currently, last week they reported 81k longs, which was in here. Since then the price is dropping, so we even don't have the data for this drop, so it's gonna be even less, right? So let's see. But still remember, every big downtrend or big crash or this is an opportunity to join the market. Okay, so next one is the oil. And oil, I quite like this charts, how it has the structure. So I added it to my watch list, and I had this call in my channel that the price could reach 87 levels, which happened. And I still think we could go this monthly level, right? Because we have this monthly downtrend is broken, the level was retested, but price is moving higher. Weekly is in the uptrend, the opposing zones being removed. But only my concern is that actually the 4 hours time frame, you know, is showing some weakness, and maybe it could break lower and potentially could drop. So we might see some drop in here, and if it's set up the 4 hours time frame, then I will be waiting for the break and again the moving higher. So I'm quite bullish on this one. Why? Because if I look to the COT, I can see that the banks are bullish as well, right? We can see they adding the positions, and in the past they've been actually bullish as they are right now, 81%, and we can see that they still could grow it higher, right, to the 84, 83. It's not any problem. Even the extreme number is 90%, right? So still I think that this monthly zone is possible. Even I read some studies from some bank that they speaking about 150 price per oil. So but it would be really close, but you know, anything can happen in this crazy world. So this is dollar index, and on the monthly we can see that it's actually in the range. Since 2015 we can see that this is actually the range. I mean, yes, there is a trend on the lower time frames, but from the technical perspective on the monthly chart, it's a range. We can see the dollar was actually moving higher, lower, but in the middle, in this long term, since it's actually stable against the other currencies, right? So it still has its a value of the reserve currency. Here on the weekly we are reaching the supply zone, and from here I was expecting the price to drop lower, and I still think we could reach this level. But as the stock markets are dropping, I think that the people are selling their stocks for the dollars, which is creating a quite big demand for the dollar. And right now I'm watching on the daily these two things. We have this supply zone which is being retested right now, and if the price will be ranging here and break through this trend line, I think we will get this my pullback which is expected, right? But if it's not gonna happen and the price start to move higher in here, which will means that it will break through this 4 hours trend line, which can of course happen, that it means that we go to the top of this channel, right? So monitoring for the both of these scenarios, and here is what the COT data is showing us, right? So here is the thing, yes, the banks has been in such a bullish territory, but look at this. This is what's giving me the concern. So we can see these shorts actually in this period since the middle of the December, when the price started to drop on the dollar. Look what happened with the shorts. They dropped from the 11k to the 5k, right? So that means that they are still actually bullish. They closed a little bit longs, but they are still bullish. So this could be just a pullback to close the shorts and then bring the more longs, right? And take the price higher. So hard to predict currently. Waiting what's going to happen with the trend line and on this 4 hours time frame, right? So if this or this will be scenario, then I will trade accordingly. Next one is EURUSD. Here actually we have the reaction on the monthly, and I'm still expecting the price to reach this weekly zone, right? What's gonna happen in here if the price start to drop lower? It's question for the future, but currently I think this can happen. And yeah, here I had this prediction that the price can reach this zone. That happened. Right now we are back in this level. We are back under the trend line. So this on the first look doesn't look very possible that it will go higher, but still it's, you know, it's demand zone, and we know what's happening on the charts. The charts are always trying to confuse you. So on the 4 hours we have the uptrend, and if we bring the COT data, look what actually happened here. The banks has been growing their longs positions and they've been closing their shorts, right? And recently in actually the last week, they added quite big numbers to the longs, right? So we actually jumped to the slightly positive, but still 53 to the 47%. It's not any saying any much, right? And so what this could mean is basically this zone, this drop was adding this 18k longs, right? So if the dollar doesn't get wild and strong and we don't drop like this, we could make this move up. So waiting for that. Next one is Aussie. Aussie as well, a little bit confusing, because what we have nice reaction on the weekly. We have daily trend established on the daily, and the trend established on the 4 hours. And I'm expecting the price to move higher. It could go actually all the way up to this top of the channel. But here on the weekly, we still have this trend line, which I think can stop the price. So that's why my target is not all the way to the top, but just here, right? But here is, again, if we look to the COT, what we can see here. Since the end of the November, which is actually down here, the price was moving higher, but look what was happening with the longs. Longs dropped from the 40k to the 9k, right? Even the shorts was dropping. They are still 92% against the 8. So this move, the bank's been closing the longs positions. I mean, if I am bank and I want to move price higher, I would not be closing the longs here, right? So that's might a bit confusing. We will see what's gonna be happening here. And as well, I'm you know, of course, I'm bullish now and I'm in the trade. But if this breaks lower, I must admit that I'm wrong and I have to accept the loss. That's the part of the trading. So we will see what's gonna be happening here. Next one is the pound. Pound as well, a reaction on the weekly. Then the price start to move higher. This was as well my prediction, but look how this move happened, right? So we have moved higher. I'm still thinking we could reach this target of this top of the channel, but now this trend line is bringing us lower, right? And on the 4 hours we have broken trend line, price is smooth, retested the zone, and now it's moving lower. So now we have one potential bounce zone, second zone. So we will see how the price will be reacting in here, or maybe it could drop even to this middle band of this channel, and maybe it can start to move higher from here. Hard to say now. If we look to the pound COT data, we can see that the banks actually has been growing their longs positions and they've been closing their shorts, right? So I have highlighted in here. So since here they started to close the shorts and then been closing them all the way up, and they are building the longs, right, from 20 to 40k. So they actually doubled their longs in the last month, and they reduced to the half their shorts. So it's bullish, and I think we're waiting just for the pullback. So on the 4 hours time frame, we have this downtrend, and once this trend line start to break up, I will be looking for the longs. Next one is USDCAD. USDCAD is quite confusing because it did not reach this monthly zone, so it's in this let's say range. On the weekly we have uptrend, and it still can go higher to this weekly zone, right? Because they left this double top here, which is definitely the liquidity for the people who are shorting. On the daily, the trend line was broken, so we are in the range, and we are bouncing from this demand zone and moving higher. So on the 4 hours there is a downtrend, but I would not be shorting that because this trend line on the weekly can support this price higher. So we will see what's gonna be happening in here, and if this breaks, then I think we can go up again. Yes, and here is what we can see on the COT data. So we can see the longs did not change in all this period, and the shorts actually they did big change, right? But only where? Only here, only in this last week. So they actually dumped the price. They reported, they dumped the price, they reported the data, and since then here was the report, the price is going up again, right? So that could be something confusing. Look at this, 54 to 46, 46 to 46, right? It's not a clear trend, right? So many markets are now confusing, except the USDJPY. This one is quite good. I will start with the chart. So as well, if we look to the monthly, it's actually in the range, right? So since 2016, it's actually somewhere around these levels, right? It dropped a little bit, moved back and back and back again. But on the weekly, I quite like this because this is like overbought, and I think we will be returning back down to this, which will be the middle band on this monthly. And if we look on the daily, we can see that actually the trend is broken, right? We have retested the zone, so it's going lower, and potentially this target could happen. And 4 hours broken the trend, we have the new zone. So what could happen is removing this zone, retest this one, and drop lower, right? So if we go to check the COT data, we can see that actually the banks has been extremely bullish, and now they closed a lot of their longs, but they don't have much shorts as well, right? So but this is the extreme number what they're having in here. So yeah, I'm thinking that the JPY will be strong, and it's actually giving us a lot of opportunities, which I'm thinking are coming on the Aussie JPY. We have broken this trend, and on the monthly it could drop all the way down, right? So on the 4 hours, I was expecting the price to reach this level, which did not happen. So maybe it will bounce from here, and then I will be looking for the shorts. And same is EURJPY, because we have a downtrend on the weekly. Monthly has reached this zone, so that's the force down. This one is giving us force down as well. Daily is in the downtrend, 4 hours in the downtrend. So basically every pullback could be nice shorts on the EURJPY. And yeah, this is it, my friends. I will soon start to updating the charts on the trading view as well. So if you follow me, you can see some nice analysis there. and definitely in my Discord, and which will be live in the 2 weeks, and Telegram. And don't forget the live charts, which I actually showed if you watch my introducing video on the YouTube channel, where you can see all these my live charts actually live and updated every day. So yeah, markets are not very clear now. They are dropping as well. The crypto is rapidly dropping, which actually I'm happy for it, because I was able to accumulate another BTC, the whole one. So it's great, and yeah, I wish you have a great weekend and happy trading for the next week. Be careful right now. Markets are very unclear, and there is a big sell-off in the stocks, in the many stocks, mainly the Nasdaq and the technology stocks as well, the crypto. So don't be trying to catch falling knife. Wait the bottoms to be established, and then use this opportunity to buy in the discounts. Okay, bye bye.